If you need to drink until you lose control just to feel that the year ended well, I'm going to tell you a simple truth. You are not celebrating. You are numbing yourself. And the most dangerous part is that many people call this tradition joy, a good life, when in reality, it is nothing more than exhaustion disguised as a party. I recently saw a pessimistic video saying that Christmas and New Year are a fraud, a trap, a theater created to keep people stuck in cycles of consumption, excess, and illusion. And I understand why that message works. It creates anger. It creates the feeling of awakening, of being less naive than everyone else. But there is a problem with that view. It can also become a prison, the prison of cynicism, the belief that everything is manipulation, everything is fake, and nothing has real value. Stoicism does not lead you there. It does not ask you to hate dates, reject celebrations, or live against the world. It offers something far more powerful, the ability to move through any situation without losing control of yourself. Because the real advantage is not in fighting the system, but in not being dragged by it. If this kind of reflection already resonates with you, subscribe now to the channel Stoic Spring. Here you build the habit of taking care of your inner peace and growing in maturity every single day. Now stay with me, because what comes next changes how you see the end of the year forever. Today I want to show you how the end of the year can become a silent advantage. While most people lose themselves in excess, you can come out of this period more lucid, more grounded, and stronger. To do that, I will walk you through 8 Stoic attitudes that completely change how you move through end-of-year festivities. Attitude 1. Understand that the end of the year is not a reward, it is a test. Many people treat these dates as a prize for surviving the year. The idea is simple. I deserve this now. But deserve what exactly? To lose control? To sabotage your body? To start the next year tired, heavy, and mentally scattered? The Stoic understands that when social rules loosen, character is revealed. When no one is demanding discipline from you, that is when you find out if it truly exists. Freedom exposes who you really are. Attitude 2. Excess is not pleasure, it is loss of sensitivity. The more you exaggerate, the less you feel. Pleasure becomes shallow and dependent on external stimulation. More alcohol to feel something, more noise to avoid silence, more food to compensate for emotional emptiness. This is not intensity, it is desensitization. The lucid person understands that feeling clearly is far better than feeling too much and remembering nothing afterward. Real pleasure sharpens the mind, excess dulls it. Attitude 3. Sobriety is an underestimated social superpower. While everyone talks louder, repeats the same stories, and loses their filter, the sober person observes. And the one who observes learns. They notice patterns, emotional reactions, hidden tensions, power dynamics. They do not need to compete for attention or prove anything. Calm presence becomes silent authority. In a room full of excess, clarity stands out without saying a word. Attitude 4. Do not confuse presence with obligation. Being present does not mean being available all the time. You do not need to attend every gathering, stay until the end, or accept everything that is offered to you. The Stoic chooses. He knows when to arrive and, more importantly, when to leave. Preserving energy is not coldness, it is intelligence. Saying no at the right time is a form of self-respect. Attitude 5. Spending with intention is dignity, not stinginess. The end of the year is not an excuse to lose financial control. Spending to relieve guilt, maintain appearances, or avoid judgment is emotional weakness. The lucid person defines limits in advance. Not in the heat of emotion, he participates on his own terms. While many enter January pressured, anxious, and dependent, he enters whole, calm, and autonomous. Money stops being emotional and becomes a tool again. Attitude 6. Protecting the body is protecting the mind. Poor sleep, too much alcohol, sugar, and low-quality food are not small details. They sabotage clarity, patience, and discipline. A heavy body produces slow decisions. A tired mind becomes reactive. The Stoic does not avoid excess out of moralism, but out of strategy. He understands that physical energy is an asset. Starting the year physically strong means starting mentally ahead. Attitude 7. Review the year without drama and without fantasy. No emotional speeches, no exaggerated promises, just honesty. What worked? What didn't? Where were you consistent? Where did you betray your own standards? Progress only exists in the present, not in future vows. A quiet and honest review is worth more than any ritual filled with noise and symbolism. Clarity grows in silence. Attitude 8. Begin before the calendar gives permission. Most people wait for the new year to change. The lucid person begins when he decides. Small adjustments now are more powerful than big promises later. Those who begin early enter January in motion, while others are still recovering from excess and regret. Discipline does not need a date, it needs commitment. Here is the central point. The end of the year does not sabotage you. What sabotages you is believing that losing control is part of celebration. It is not. That is just a collective habit that no one questions. While many spend days numbing themselves and calling it happiness, you can move through this period with clarity and real advantage. Do not expect applause. Choosing lucidity creates discomfort. Refusing excess makes you look strange in a world addicted to stimulation. Approval decreases when self-respect increases. That is the trade most people are afraid to make. When the party ends and the noise fades, only who you really are remains. Some finish the year tired, in debt, and frustrated. Others finish conscious, grounded, and in control. Stoicism does not promise artificial happiness. It delivers real freedom. If this video resonated with you, write in the comments, "I choose lucidity," and subscribe to Stoic Spring to keep building the habit of caring for your inner peace and growing in maturity. Life improves when you stop running from yourself and start choosing with clarity.